Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei here. Your PMD, producer of marketing and distribution. PMDforhire.com. So in episode 96 we were talking about how time-consuming independent filmmaking can be, and how you have to have proper lead times in place before you submit your film to festivals, for example. All kinds of scheduling and marketing plans have to be devised in advance, and it really sucks up a lot of your time if you're not organized. That's the nature of the business. This is really a time sink kind of industry. Well, today we're going to give you a couple of tips about submission to film festivals because I think that's important. You definitely want to get your film into film festivals for a number of reasons, primarily because you can piggyback on the marketing budgets that film festivals are actually spending on all of the films in the roster. You don't want to have to spend that money out of your own pocket. You can use the film festival as a kind of an alternative theatrical release. There's your theatrical release. If you get a distribution contract where you get into the four walls of the theater, if you're lucky to have done that. And then there's the actual film festival, which is kind of like a theatrical release in and of itself, if you think about it. Now, when you submit to film festivals, you got to have all your ducks in a row. Film's got to be finished. Music rights have to be cleared. A lot of stuff has to be organized. All the metadata, all the stuff that goes in on the typical $100 application for the average film festival, all of that stuff has to be organized. But here's a tip for independent filmmakers that are under the gun, that want to get into the marquee festivals like Sundance or Venice or Toronto or South by Southwest. Here it goes. When you submit your film for consideration by the panel at the film festival in question, submit the application with the entry fee and, get this, a blank DVD. A blank DVD, there's nothing on it. You label it, of course, but there is no film on it. Now, why do you do that? Well, here it is. You do it because you're trying to determine two things. One is, you're trying to determine which film festivals actually cash in your entry fee check without actually reviewing your film. If they don't call you back, that means they didn't actually look in the envelope, play the DVD, and realize that it's a blank. Or they might have looked at it and didn't get back in touch with you, but chances are that's not the case. So you know right away which film festivals are just taking your money and don't care about your actual movie. Now when they call you back, you get a chance to fix things and say, oh my goodness, what happened here? Get them the proper DVD with the final film, the final cut with the soundtrack in place. You generally buy yourself like a month to a month and a half, sometimes 2 months of time. That's something you want to consider as you go through. That's your tip of the day, really, for film festival submissions. Submit blank DVDs. Don't tell anybody about it either. This is our agreement, our little silent agreement between the two of us. Now, also in terms of submitting your actual film, this is kind of a sidecar kind of a comment. If your film sucks, now you get too attached to your film sometimes because, of course, it's your film. Naturally, you have to be passionate about it. But if it sucks, really, like if the dialogues are chintzy and the story's not really there, don't submit the film to Sundance. All you're doing is you're creating a backlog and a glut of films that have to be reviewed by the panel. That's no good. You're actually killing it for the rest of the indies in the downline. Same thing about not paying back your financiers if you're going out there and looking for some kind of venture capital. Pay back your financiers. You're screwing it up for the rest of the filmmakers that are coming onward months down the line, okay? So that's your film festival tip of the day. Submit blank DVDs. And thanks again for watching. As always, I wish for you many good things and keep hammering full court press all the time from your PMD.